Assalamualaikum students. Welcome to your mathematics class. We will continue chapter 1 quadratic equations. Exercise is 1.3. We will solve questions 6, 7 and 8 in this lecture. Our question is solve the following equation. An equation given in question number 6 is 2x square plus 1 plus 3 by 2x square plus 1 equals to 4. Here you can see the numerator of the first fraction and the denominator of the second fraction is same. So these equations are not of the type we were discussing before. It's a new type which is apx plus b by px equals to c. Here you can also see that px and px, the numerator of first fraction and the denominator of the second fraction are same. So there is a slight change of solving these type of questions. First of all, the method is same. We have to suppose a certain term equals to y, but how we identify that term now? In previously we identify it by looking at the power of a smaller variable, the smaller power of a variable, and then taking square of it. But now, as we can see, 2x squared plus 1 is same in both the equations, so we will take 2x squared plus 1 and we will suppose it as equal to y. हम पूरे की पूरी ये टर्म ले लेंगे और इसे y के इक्वल सपोज कर लेंगे. 2x स्क्वायर लें और y के इक्वल रखें तो यहाँ और यहाँ दोनों जगह we have to place y, but plus 1 is also common, so we will take it fully. 2x square plus 1 equals to y. Now there is no need to suppose anything else now because both the powers are scattering for now. So the next step will be, we will put the value of 2x square plus 1 in the given equation. अच्छा, why we have done that? Because if we simply take, आप ये भी question raise कर सकते हैं, because we are having the power as square and equation, quadratic equation also have the highest power as 2. But if we take the LCM, we have to multiply 2x squared plus 1 to all the fractions, and if we multiply it to the first fraction, the first fraction's power will become x4. It won't remain x squared. That is why we can't simply solve it. We have to suppose it as equal to y so that we don't need to multiply x squared with x squared. So now we will replace 2x squared plus 1 with y. So first we have 2x squared plus 1, I have written y instead of it, then plus 3, and in the denominator I have also placed y equals to 4. What is the next step? The next step is to take the LCM. Our denominator is y, so we will multiply y with all the fractions. First fraction, second fraction, and the digit after the equal sign. After multiplication, we will get y squared. These two y's will get cancelled with each other, so plus 3 equals to 4y. As you all know, for quadratic equation, we must be having the equation equals to 0, so we will take all these digits to the left side of the equation, and the right side will become equals to 0. So y squared, 4y will become minus 4y, plus 3 will remain the same, equals to 0. Now the next step is to break the midterm. As we must be having 3 after multiplication and 4 after addition, so 1 plus 3 is the correct answer because 3 into 1 is 3 and 3 plus 1 is 4. This is the last step from the previous slide. Now we have to open the brackets. After opening the bracket, we have y squared minus y minus 3y plus 3 equals to 0. You all must be knowing that we have to take common from the first two and the last two digits. After taking common, we have y into y minus 1 minus 3 into y minus 1 equals to 0. As both the common brackets are same, so we will put it in one bracket and the digits outside the brackets will be placed in a separate bracket. Now we will split the brackets and both the brackets will become equals to 0. After getting the answer, we have y is equals to 1, y is equals to 3. I am not emphasizing on the steps because we have learned them in the previous exercises. Now I'll give you a minute to think what would be the next step. Most of you would get the answer that the next step is to replace that y. Why we are replacing it? The reason is that we have x variable in the question. So the variable that is present in the question, we have to find the answer of that variable. So we have to find the answer of x. So we will replace this y now. Previously, we have supposed that 2x squared plus 1 equals to y. Now we will replace this y with 2x squared plus 1. So putting the value of y in both the equations, we get 2x squared plus 1 equals to 1 and 2x squared plus 1 equals to 3. Now we will simply add and subtract the like terms. Plus 1 will go to the other side of the equation. It would become minus 1. Same goes here. Plus 1 to minus 1. After adding and subtracting, we have 2x squared equals to 0 and 2x squared equals to 2. As we have to get the answer of x, so it should be put alone to one side. So this side will become 0 and this side will become 1. X square can only be get cancelled with the root of it. So we will take the square root on both sides. After taking the square root, we will get the answer as x equals to 0 and x equals to plus minus 1. I have not placed plus minus with 0 because 0 is a neutral number. So we should write the final answer in the form of a solution set. So in the solution set, we are having three answers: 0, plus 1 and minus 1. Coming to the next question, question number 7. We have x over x minus 3 plus 4 into x minus 3 over x equals to 4. Now looking at the question, what are you getting? We are having x over x minus 3 and then the reciprocal of it, x minus 3 over x. शुरू में जो फ्रैक्शन गिवन है, नेक्स्ट उस फ्रैक्शन को उल्टा दिया गया है. So we have to suppose first, taking the first fraction, x over x minus 3, we will suppose it as equals to y. Now how can we suppose the fraction x minus 3 over x equals to, it would become equals to what? We will take the reciprocal of our supposed equation. X minus 3 will become the numerator and x will become the denominator and y will become the denominator and 1 will become the numerator. So now you can see that x minus 3 is equals to y, which is this term, this fraction, and x minus 3 over x equals to 1 over y, which is this side of a fraction. So we can replace all the x's now. Putting the value of x over x minus 3 and x minus 3 over x in the given equation, we will get this first fraction will get replaced by y and this second fraction will get replaced by 1 over y. Now we have to open the brackets. We get y plus 4 by y equals to 4. We have to take the LCM now. Our denominator is only y, so we will multiply y with all the sides of the equation. After multiplication, we will get y square plus 4 equals to 4y because this y and y will get cancelled with each other. Now we have to arrange the bracket. Y square minus 4y plus 4 equals to 0. What is the next step? Yes, the next step is to break the midterm. We have to get 4 after multiplication and 4 after addition or subtraction. So the only digit is 2 and 2. We get 4 after multiplication and 2 plus 2 is 4. Now we will open the brackets. After opening the brackets, we have y square minus 2y plus 4 equals to 0. Now taking common from the first two and last two brackets, we will get this answer. Y minus 2 equals to 0. Now splitting it, we will get the answer of y as 2. As both the answers of y are same, so we will only solve it once because the second answer would also be the same. You can also apply the formula here. You can also apply the formula of perfect square. Y square means a square minus 2ab plus b square, and you can close it to a minus b whole square. Both the solutions are possible of it. Now, what we supposed as y? X over x minus 3. So now we will replace y with x over x minus 3. After cross multiplication, we will have x is equals to 2 multiplied by x minus 3. After multiplication, we will get 2x minus 6. We will take x with 2x and minus 6 to the other side of the equation, so the signs will change, and we have the answer of x as 6. We have done the first side. The answer of the second side will also be the same. So we won't write the solution set as 6 comma 6. We will only write 6 once because the answer is same. No need to write it twice. Going to the next question, question number 8. We have 4x plus 1 over 4x minus 1 plus 4x minus 1 over 4x plus 1 equals to 2 whole 1 by 6. 2 whole 1 by 6 can be changed to a simple fraction. As you all know, we will multiply 6 with 2. It would be 12. We will add 1. It would be 13, and the denominator would remain the same. So the fraction would be 13 by 6. Looking at the first two fractions, 4x plus 1 over 4x minus 1 and 4x minus 1 over 4x plus 1. Again, you can see that the second fraction is the reciprocal of the first fraction. So again, we will first pose the first fraction as 4x plus 1 equals to 4x plus 1 over 4x minus 1 equals to y, and then we will take reciprocal of it. We will take the reciprocal of or supposed equation. So this minus will become the numerator, and the equation of the having the plus sign will become denominator, and y will become 1 over y. Now you can see that we have 4x plus 1 over 4x minus 1, which means we can replace the first fraction, and then we have this side, which means we can replace the second fraction. So all the x's can be replaced using y. So now we will replace it. We will put all the values. After putting the values, we will get y plus 1 over y equals to 13 by 6. Now we will take the LCM. Now we have 6 and y, both the terms in the denominator. So we will multiply 6y with all the fractions given in the question. Fractions of both the sides of the equation. After multiplication, we will get the answer 6y square plus 6 equals to 13y. After that we have to arrange the equation. After arranging, we have to break the midterm. After breaking the midterm, 6 into 6 is 36. So we have to get 36 after multiplication and 13 after addition or subtraction. So 4 into 9 is also 36, and 4 plus 9 is 13. Opening the brackets and taking common from the two brackets, we will get this answer, and we will put the common bracket once and the digits outside the bracket in the separate bracket. Now we will split those two brackets. Both the brackets will become equals to 0. Getting the answer of y, we will get y is equals to 2 by 3 and y is equals to 3 by 2. We have two answers of y here. What we will do next? The next step is to replace y. We have supposed y as 4x plus 1 over 4x minus 1. So we will put 4x plus 1 over 4x minus 1 equals to 2 by 3, and 4x plus 1 4x minus 1 equals to 3 by 2. Now we will cross multiply it. 3 will come to this side of the equation, and it will multiply with 4x plus 1, and 4x minus 1 will get to this side of the equation, and it will multiply with 2. Same goes to the other sides of the equation. After multiplication, we will get the answer, which is 3 into 4 is 12x plus 3 into 1 is 3, 2 into 4 is 8, and 2 into 1 is 2. Multiplying the other side, we also have the answers. After addition and subtracting the like terms, we will get the answer of our term x, and after getting the answer of our term x, we have to place it in the solution set. We have to place x here as well. There is a minor mistake. We have to place x here. Coming to the last part of this lecture, question number 9. X minus a over x plus a, x plus a over x minus a equals to 7 by 2. I won't be discussing this question much because this is of the same type as of question number 8. First fraction is we will suppose it as equal to y, and the second fraction is would be the reciprocal of the first fraction. So x minus a over x plus a equals to y, and taking the reciprocal of both the sides, we will get the second fraction, which is x plus a over x minus a equals to 1 over y. After multiplication, we get the answers. We have to put both the answers in the given equation now. After placing these answers in the given equation, we will get the equation which is y minus 1 over y equals to 7 by 2. What would be the next step? The next step is to take the LCM. We have y and 12, two things in the denominator, so we have to multiply 12 and y, both the things, with all the fractions given to us. Okay. After multiplication, we will get 12y square minus 12 equals to 7y, and after arranging the equation, we will get 12y square minus 7y minus 12 equals to 0. This is the last step from the previous slide. We have to break the midterm now. We know that 12 into 12 is 144, and we have to break the term 7 as after multiplication we have to get 144, and after addition and subtraction we have to get 7. So 16 minus 9 is 7, and after multiplying 16 into 7 we will get 144. So the next step is to multiply y with the digits inside the bracket. As we had minus sign outside the bracket, so we have changed the sign of minus 9 to plus 9. We have taken common from the two terms. After taking common, 12 and 16, 4 is common and y is common. Then remaining digits are 3y minus 4 plus 3 into 3y minus 4, as both the brackets are same. So we will write them once and the digits outside the bracket in the separate bracket. Now we will split both the brackets and both will become equals to 0. We will get the answer of y from here, and the answers are 4 by 3 and minus 3 by 4. Now what we will do? We will replace these y because we have to get the answer of x. After replacing, we had x minus a over x plus a as y. So we will write x minus a over x plus a equals to 4 by 3, and x minus a over x plus a equals to minus 3 by 4. Now we will cross multiply it. 4 will get multiplied with x plus a, and 3 will come to this side of the equation and it will multiply with x minus a. Same goes for the other side of the equation. Minus will remain there with 3. So after multiplying the bracket, we will get 3x minus 3a equals to 4x plus 4a, and to the other side we will get 4x minus 4a equals to minus 3x minus 3a. Now we will take all the common digits to one side. 3x minus 4x equals to 4a, and this minus 3a will become plus 3a. Coming to this side, 4x, this minus 3x will become plus 3x, minus 4a to the other side will become plus 4a. 3 minus 4, if you write that in calculator, you will get the answer minus 1. So we have to place minus here. 7a equals to 7x equals to a. Minus sign will go to the other side of the equation with the answer, and 7 will go to the other side of the equation and it will divide here. After getting the answer of x, we have to write the answer in the form of a solution set. I hope you got the concept.